Hi everyone, Bernard here on behalf of MovieGameNostalgia.com, and this is what we're looking at today. Red Dwarf, The Promised Land, the latest reboot of the Red Dwarf. Well, I suppose we can call it a franchise, can't we now? Please, if you're new to the channel, please push the old subscribe button. That'd be absolutely fantastic. Somewhere over there, push the bell notification so you know when these little vlogs and specials are coming out. And obviously, thumbs ups, please. It's nice to have views, but it's nice to have thumbs up as well. And just a slightly different format today because I've got laptop problems, so I'm doing stuff on my phone at the moment. So please accept any lessening of quality, etc. with producing, because I'm having to look at things I've written down on paper and things on a new little tablet here and stuff. So please bear with me anyway. So we're going to have a look, obviously, at Red Dwarf, The Promised Land. Yeah, I mean, it was hinted at a 13th series, but obviously we ended up with this feature-length episode. It's an hour and 27 minutes, I think, just under an hour and a half. And obviously it's a 15 rating, adventure sci-fi comedy, and obviously if you're familiar with Red Dwarf, you know all about what it's about, etc, etc. But this little film length version, the Red Dwarf crew meets 3 cat clerics. Yes, that's right, cat clerics who worship Lister as their god. Previous touched upon in the TV series. Yeah, I mean, obviously it was thought as Cloister, wasn't it, where Lister was thought as a god by the descendants of Cat, etc, and all the cat side. So the 3 clerics are on the run from the tyrannical Rodan, the feral cat leader. So can Lister and his crew save the clerics and defeat Rodan? Of course, it's written by Doug Naylor and Rob Grant, so back to the old guys. And obviously, who have we got? We obviously got Chris Barry back as Arnold Rimmer. We've got Craig Charles back as Dave Lister. We've got Daddy John Jules as Cat. We've got Robert Llewellyn as Crichton. We've got Norman Lovett back as Holly. A lot of people were glad to see that. We've got Ray Fearon as Rodan. Tom Bennett as Brother Sol, Mandeep Dillon as Sister Luna, and Lucy Pearman as Sister Peanut. And they're the main people in it. I mean, the background to this Red Dwarf was in late May 2019 in a radio interview. Llewellyn stated that a 13th series of the television show was happening, so they did say it was a 13th series. And in June of that year, John Jules stated that it was expected to be wrapped up by the end of 2019. However, in October 2019, UK TV announced that a 90-minute feature-length special will be produced instead, to be filmed from December 19 to January 2020, with location filming scheduled for November. 3 60-minute documentaries were also announced to accompany it, intending to act as a retrospective of all previous 12 series. So in January 2020, the first publicity photos of the movie were released, with Fearon revealed as the first confirmed actor outside the show's regulars, portraying Rodan, the leader of the feral cats. In February 2020, the day before the 32nd anniversary of when Red Dwarf first aired, a plot synopsis was released by the official Red Dwarf website. Al Roberts was also added to the cast in an undisclosed role, and Norman Lovett officially announced to be returning as Holly, following his one-off guest spot in Series 12. On the 10th of March, in an exclusive with Radio Times, a teaser trailer was released for the movie. A rough release date of sometime in April was given. A poster for the film was released featuring the core cast alongside Fearon's character. And a few days after that, a trailer was uploaded to the official YouTube channel for Dave, who obviously produced this in promotion of the film. The main cast all return, and obviously on the cover of the SFX magazine for April 2020 they featured, so that's similar to what I've just shown you there from the images, and a double-sided poster for the film included in every copy. So I did miss that, so I might try and get a copy of that, because I wouldn't mind that little poster, even obviously it'd be folded up obviously. So yeah, so is it any good? This is the thing, and how does it do? How has people reacted to? Well, the Internet Movie Database, it's given it a 7.7 out of 10 rating, which, as you know, is quite healthy. And the pros on this, some of the positive comments include brilliant, enjoyed it, great fun, I want more please, as good as ever. To the cons, to the people who didn't quite like it, too bad, the dwarf is dead, underwhelmed, what a waste. Well, yeah, I mean, I've watched this. I mean, this from the start. I mean, we're talking what is basically a 30-minute series. And these sort of 30-minuters do tend to struggle when put into a feature-length production. So you do tend to get a little bit, it gets a little bit draggy, a little bit, I'm not saying boring, because I'm a big Red Dwarf fan, but obviously for people outside of Red Dwarf who have no real interest in Red Dwarf, and if they were watching it for the first time, which you could do, I mean, the story's not necessary, you've watched the other 12 series and etc., but yeah, it is possible you might sort of just watch it for the first time. I don't think there's some nice one-liners. I mean, one of the first scenes involves a cat flap on the rogue cat spaceship, which is quite funny, coming in and out of a cat flap. So that's the sort of humour you're going to get, and that's possibly one of the funniest parts of the movie, apart from lasers and cats chasing lasers, which was also quite funny. Obviously, so you get Subbuteo references, you get Partick Thistle's Away kit mentioned, you get 5-foot floppy disks, 5-foot square floppy disks, varnished beetle dung, etc., etc. So you get all the quirky things and the one-liners, which is Red Dwarf. But as I say, for a 30-minute thing, it is a little bit drawn out at times, and you do tend, just when you're getting a little bit down, perhaps something makes you laugh or brings you back into the film. Obviously, there's a hint of Star Wars in it. There's a hint of 2001: A Space Odyssey, and there's also a hint of Wolverine as well, with the special with the claws that the cats have got, which is quite funny. I mean, I've still not seen cats yet, but obviously this probably fills the void in between. Yeah, so again, effects a bit more professional. The effects are a bit more professional than you perhaps get in the TV series. I can understand some of the negativity about it, but yeah, it's definitely for the fans. If you're a fan of Red Dwarf, you're not going to be disappointed. All right, it's not absolutely fantastic, but it's well worth a watch. And as I say, there's probably a few lines that sort of made me smile. I'm not going to say I laughed out loud where I'm on my back with my legs in the air or anything like that, but then again, it's not that. It's a nice comfy thing, isn't it? Characters, and if you think about the characters, I mean, obviously you would expect certain characters to age, wouldn't you? You wouldn't particularly expect Crichton to gain a few pounds, though, as a mechanoid. You wouldn't expect Holly to look a little bit older, would you? Because obviously she's a computer, right? She's a computer animation after all. So yeah, I mean, that's being silly, isn't it? But it is quite funny. But would you expect a hologram to age? Well, yeah, you could build that into the storyline that Rimmer ages, obviously, as well. So, but obviously you would expect the cat, and you silly expect the cat, and you silly expect Rimmer to age, wouldn't you? So that's par for the course. But hey, that's all bits of fun. I mean, we know what it is, don't we? They're just like, obviously, I've recently watched the Picard series, and obviously certain people like Data obviously are featured and obviously have been aging a little bit, but for robots and androids, very unusual, but it all adds to the fun, I say, and it is a good watch. It's great for it's great for old Red Dwarf fans. Will it bring anyone in? Yeah, why not? Someone who's perhaps not familiar with Red Dwarf, show it from the first time. And as I say, typical British humour, if you like the British sort of silly humour. I mean, there are some 2 or 3 real classics in it, obviously, as I say. I'm not giving too much away with the cat flap. That's quite early doors, so it's quite enjoyable and quite interesting. I mean, it's a cat, isn't it? It's a cat spaceship, so you wouldn't expect normal doors, would you? You'd expect cat flaps like they have in real life. Well, yeah, I like it. So what would I give it? What would I rate it? I mean, 7.7 is a bit high. I think there's a lot of fans have contributed to that sort of rating. So, yeah, I'm going to give it a very respectable, better than a watchable rating, if you know my watchable rating. I'm going to give it a 6.5 out of 10, which is pretty good, isn't it? I mean, that's not bad for me, 6.5 out of 10 for Red Dwarf: The Promised Land. It's obviously shown on Dave on the night. It debuted on the 9th of April. They actually shown it again on the 18th of April. So no doubt they will be showing it again. But obviously it should be available to download on various streaming sites. And also it's out to buy on the 1st of June. The planned date to buy is 1st of June, $9.99 on DVD. I don't have any Blu-ray or 4K prices at the moment. So it's out on the 1st of June at $9.99 DVD. Anyway, if you watch it, please let me know in the comments below what you think about Red Dwarf: The Promised Land, and yeah, I did enjoy it. I'm not going to go mad over it, but it's nice to get back with the posse, isn't it? The Red Dwarf posse, and just the one-liners and the natural aggro between the various characters is always nice to relive, and it makes you want to go back and watch a few old episodes, which is never a bad thing. Anyway, thanks for watching this. Hope you enjoyed that. For all the latest movie news, etc., please follow me. I've got a couple of Twitter accounts. You can follow me at Charles Deneen, DINNN, at Charles Deneen, or you can follow me at nostalgia_movie. I'm on Facebook at Bernard Deneen with links to moviegamenostalgia.com, my little website for old rare DVDs, movie posters from the 90s and 2000s, and some board games as well, more the Waddington's Parkers MB games from the 70s, 80s, 60s, 70s, 80s, more of them. So if you can spend a couple of minutes to have a look on there, much appreciated. I'll give you a thumbs up as well. Anyway, thanks for joining me for this little mini review of Red Dwarf The Promised Land. I was going to say Red Dwarf The Apocalypse then, I don't know. Perhaps that's number 14. Perhaps that's, will we see another season? That's a matter of interest, isn't it? Will we see another series as opposed to a one-off? You never know. Obviously, the last one was a mini-series, wasn't it? Was it 3 episodes, the last one? So, who knows? Perhaps we will. But I think there's still got legs yet, I think, this Red Dwarf franchise. Anyway, this is Bernard. Please, whatever you do the rest of the day, have a great one. Look after yourself, look after your friends, look after your family. And as I say now, let's all look after each other. And hopefully you'll join me again for something very similar. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.